So help me, Clank. I will turn this podcast around.
I was waiting for it.
It don't last much longer than I thought he would be, so that's not
the only
impressive.
reason you're still alive.
I don't know.
Thought it was because I.
Alright, turn the car around. Now you gotta deal with freaking. You gotta deal with Frag though. He's security guy.
Oh, Frag, how about now?
Why is Frag secure?
Because he has the power to send you to Maku space.
I don't think Gavan can do that. He can fight in Maku space, but I don't think he can
I was saying you have the power to do it.
Oh, that's okay. That's my video game sensor should have told me that wasn't exploding, bro.
Oh yeah, the exploding things in Memory of Heroes are friggin' lethal. They do not play around, and it only gets worse in New Game Plus, where everything does like triple the damage to you. It's ridiculous. Then again, that could have been because I bumped up the difficulty. The AI don't get better; they don't get more burly, but they hit you like 5 times harder. It's unbelievable. You get 3 shots.
My Superman twin, beat his ass, please.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure things are up and running.
That was stupid! Sorry!
I mean, it wasn't gonna hit him, but he would have blocked it. Hey, but 8 for effort.
I messed it up. Because I'm probably know this one a little better than I do. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Batman don't kill, huh?
Except for all the times that he did.
Uh-huh.
Those were justified. Wink, wink.
We don't talk about those. That's the only reason.
I mean, we can.
Are we live now?
I remember the time Batman did steroids.
No, Clank, we're not.
Superman wins.
How about now?
We are.
Can they stop making Superman the villain, by the way? Oh my god.
Just this game. Alright. Now we got that out of the way. What's going on, everybody? How's it
Be live, yay.
Hi.
Welcome to the Writers of the Group podcast. Where
Yay.
I'm gonna die repeatedly.
Superman.
Why? How?
Is that unusual? I thought that's what normally happens.
No, that's what happens when Blaze is here.
Not unusual to die repeatedly.
You don't talk about what happened last time with me and Echo.
Yeah, no one got to see it. Today is a special day. And in fact, it's only special because I'm doing a requested topic.
Oh, yes.
So shout out to our partner in crime in this podcast, Master Kazan, aka Best Dad Writer. He got a giant sword.
You shouldn't
and
have
a
killed
foot.
him, Cal.
That
I
cute.
took one life to save millions.
Okay, General.
So we're doing so it's a Batman Day.
Yes. Apparently.
Just letting everybody know. Also, shout out to Clank. Clank is here. Blaze is here. He wants to be called nerd now, so that's up to y'all.
As long as we call nerd for a while.
We got old man Frey. What's up, old man?
Get off my lawn!
Typical response. Right, nothing weird.
And we got our typical.
That's sarcasm?
I'll have you know, young man, we invented sarcasm!
And we have our typical jukebox.
Hey, what
AKA
up?
Mr. No, what up, jukebox? Blaze with these command grabs. Good lord. Oh, speaking of, what's up,
No
Silver?
more Mr. Boy Scout.
Our member
Silver
of the
just arrived. Hey,
Brograd
buddy.
has arrived.
What's up, Silver?
Over
So,
here. Oh, I hear
it's gonna be a cool day. But before we start off our discussion,
You guys.
let's hit up
Who's
the
talking my name?
news.
Oh, there's Silver. Okay, I thought he was on mute for a second.
Who was chanting my name? Who chanted my name?
No one's
I
Zed.
didn't.
No, I'm not Zet though.
Okay.
I don't have the Zet right, so therefore I cannot be Zet.
That's all. You did get a bunch of Tiger swag, so cool.
Hey.
I did see that.
Yes, this thing is awesome. The biggest keychain that they have.
Right. Moving on to the news.
Yay!
What's our first bit of news, Tom?
Okay, well, first thing I got is for the 50th anniversary, we're getting some Kamen Rider Blu-rays, some old school Kamen Rider Blu-rays. Like Ichigo and V3 are getting one, and then X, Amazon, and Stronger. There we go.
Wait, localized?
As far as I know, no. But they're getting some Android 3
Good game, Kazan.
Killing me, dude. Killing me. Killing me, Toei. Toei, you're killing me.
Yeah.
Like, just
I don't even think it's the full
goddamn do
series.
it.
I think it's just like highlight of some episodes from all three of those.
That is such a strange thing to do, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
It's... I'll leave them to it.
It's a thing they're doing for the 50th, so, hey.
Maybe it'll be
Yeah,
localized.
I can't argue with it.
A bit more impressive, though, is Buster is getting a manga.
The manga. I can't wait for that.
Kamen Rider.
Coming in spring. Buster is going to have his own manga, and we'll see the epic story of Buster. I'm honestly really curious. I
Who
want
are
to.
you?
How did Buster become Buster?
On who you're
I want to
trying
know.
to be. Begin.
There we
Somebody
go.
take you some frosted flakes. I know someone did.
Like, I'm
Well.
curious if we'll actually get to see like his wife in that or whatever. You know?
I hope we do. That would be nice. That would be nice to see
Yeah.
what his wife was like and to see what he was like with her.
Was? I
What
hope it's
happened
not
to her.
was. That would make Buster sad. We don't know for sure if she's dead.
I mean, where's she at now? Though? I mean, okay, I don't mean like was like in terms that she's dead, but I meant like would it? I mean, for all we know, they could have left her in the story. I wasn't implying that she was dead. You just don't know.
I guess, but either way, it's kind of hard. I don't know if Buster is a single dad. Well, I guess we'll find out maybe.
No,
Have we ever heard
Right?
like a reference to the wife even? Has she even been mentioned?
No,
I
I don't think so.
Then I think it's a safe bet that Buster's son is actually an alt-universe Buster, or he reproduces asexually, which would make him even more manly, if anything.
Damn it, Bragg.
Even manlier Buster. Is that possible? Well, we're about to find out. As soon as his
We'll
kid
see.
grows up.
So-
It's nice to get
Parthenogenesis!
some personal dynamics. Know about Buster family life, I guess, a bit more since he is the dad,
I'm
right?
pretty hyped.
It would be nice if we got to
not
that.
wrestling the
I
parents.
would also like to see, like, exactly if we maybe some origins about like the Sword of Logos and everything and all that other stuff, like how he got introduced to the organization and some more and all that. That would be nice to see, but we'll have to wait till spring to get that. And if they're doing one for Buster,
nice.
I hope it's popular enough that we can get one for Slash too, because Slash is my boy. So
Buster Slash combo.
exactly. All right. What else do we got?
Well,
Yes.
well, we're gonna get into the rumors in a minute. Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Harley Quinn.
Okay.
All right.
First things first. What the? Okay, Clank, I need my.
You have the green that I want.
Starfire.
First things first.
I'm the realist, but that's beside the point. Zen Kaiser press conference
Fighters
on
approaching
the
the
15th.
Batcave.
Ah, yes. I was about to mention that if you weren't going to. But yes. The Kaiser will have their press conference on the 15th, and we'll finally learn some stuff, get introduced to the actors and whatnot.
Yep.
So, see how that goes. Confirm some of these rumors that have been flying around.
You always get to be the princess.
Would you like to be the princess this time?
I was hoping you'd say
I'm still pretty hyped for Zenkaiju though, so.
I'm more curious and hyped, but I like what I'm seeing.
That's understandable.
You know, because I don't want to be super hyped and then just disappointed. Because from what I've seen based off the pictures and the changer kind of gives me Go-Kaiju feels a little bit, but hey, not nothing to complain about. At least they're doing something a little...
Yeah, it's a little weird that it's like a bird thing. I'm not sure exactly where the falcon motif's coming from, but...
Like,
we'll see what happens.
But overall, some of the stuff I've seen looks good. You know, it's really different compared to what I've seen so far in Sentai. It's more in terms of like the cast lineup and how like we put the characters together like this. Yeah, this is how they're gonna look throughout the whole entire show. Then that's gonna be something.
Yeah. Well, we did get those images of like their I guess civilian forms.
Yeah. Right.
They're like less powered forms, but I don't know. I would hope they get like human forms.
Human form, right? If we don't,
like the Duogers did,
right?
You know, they were all like human, so they got human forms. So it would be nice if we got human forms for these guys.
Yeah, like exactly. That would be something right there. But this would be the first I've ever seen a Sentai, or maybe the first in general that they could give us like a full-on all non-human cast.
Yeah,
like, that'll be something.
I mean, we have had non-human rangers before. Q Ranger was full.
Yeah, but the thing is that just the whole thing, because Q Ranger, like even though some of them were non-human, they still had some of the members that still had the human appearance.
Exactly.
So that would be the thing with this Sentai, is that they have like, even though like they're non-humans, they still don't have the human look to the characters whatsoever. So this might be the first.
We shall see.
Yep.
You want me to mention the rumors, Echo, or are we just gonna leave it? All right.
Son of a bitch.
That's what I was
some
leading
rumors.
into that. I just let y'all finish.
For Zenkaiju before the press conference. New Ranger will be in green, purple, orange, silver, and gold. That's a lot of colors.
It is a lot of colors. that's all of them. So that's, I guess, our dedicated sixth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be.
Well, we may get different Rangers in those. Well, I can see them combining like green and black.
I didn't think of that.
I can see them like combining green and black together.
Those two are usually interchangeable, or they will appear as a duo.
Yeah. We also got soldiers are gonna be like Toji troopers, Toji droids. Just about the enemies. Apparently, the main monsters are going to be based on previous teams. So the first one will be a Yodenroid, based on Kira Major.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. And then
Fighters approaching Arkham
the movie
Asylum.
will apparently have a Go Ranger monster. So based on Black Cross Reason from Go Ranger. I don't know. It'd be interesting if the monsters were based on previous ones.
Will your blood do the trick?
Yeah, that's like part of me is like, yeah, awesome, go for it, and then the rest, another part of me is like, I don't know, why don't we do something original instead of being like just another anniversary series?
That is true. That is true.
Like, on the one hand, I think you could do that pretty well. I think ZO's Monsters of the Week were awesome. The other writers looked great. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like thematically, they didn't have to stretch very far. They didn't have to come up with something new and unique every week. It was just like, oh, we're just doing that, but darker and edgy. Done. Moving on.
I guess that's true.
And admittedly, though, that downplays how great the suit designs are. Those are phenomenal. Like, seriously, if I have to give ZO one thing, it's that the baddie suit designs were gorgeous.
Yeah, no, those were pretty great. We haven't seen any of the monster designs for Zenkaiju yet, so we'll just have to wait on those.
Yep. Till then, folks. Till then.
But we'll get the conference, so hopefully we'll get a look at some anime designs. I'm a hero guy. I'm more focused on the heroes. So, yeah.
Yeah. Same, but sometimes it's like getting some
Oh,
badass.
with the sub for 8 months. Thank you, buddy.
That's how I feel on it. Like we can get badass designs for those.
Thank you, Ari.
That makes me
Mad
love
appreciate it.
more.
I completely agree. Alright, and I think that's it for Sentai. We have one major rumor for Ultraman. Shall I go into that?
Yes.
Go for it.
Ultraman Trigger
Trigger!
will apparently be the next Ultraman. We know nothing about it other than the name. We do have some rumors though.
I swear to God, if this man has a gun, that's gonna feel weird.
Been lurking
They
in the
better
sunshine.
not.
That's gonna feel so damn weird in the history of
Oh,
Ultraman. That's gonna feel weird.
those colors may be for Rangers. So.
Like no Ultraman has necessarily needed nor used a gun, so it's like
Yeah.
we see this.
I like the way you said they don't need none to do they ever use.
We were,
Why,
we were kinda
why
talking
use a
about
gun
this-
when you could just open up your arm and shoot like plasma out of it? A giant space beam.
Forearm,
You
just
don't
do a whole
need.
bunch of other stuff. What would you need a blaster for?
Well,
Yeah,
we were,
those-
we were
I
talking
think
about
it's
this on Friday, but doesn't Victory have like a gun thing? Or
He has like he's like a
that's a stranger. That's only
speary
a stranger.
device, but it does shoot projectiles, I think. So
Yeah, when he's in civilian mode, you need a blaster for those sweet toys. Yeah, Ari.
Yeah,
You know what's
only
going on.
like his changer is only like blaster wise. That's different. But for his full Ultraman form, no gun whatsoever.
No need for
That's
those.
mainly for like when he's in civilian mode and he gets a little
Yeah,
fight
that's
going on.
yeah. Same
Bang,
goes
bang,
for
bang,
Nexus
bang,
2
bang.
gun because remember in Nexus he also had to change that turn to a gun, but he never.
oh, that's
used
right,
that.
it did, didn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Place your
Yeah.
bets, boys. Kazong or Blaze.
You know, but he never used it as that. Now for Trigger, it's like it's just the main thing. Because when people think it's Trigger, I done seen lots of comments and I done talked about it before. Talking about does that mean he's gonna have a gun or some sort? It's like I hope not.
yeah.
It's really hard to fit that. It's hard to justify that thematically because it's.
But
Gun
then again,
violence
it's
is not exactly an ultra ideal. Genociding invaders, that's another thing entirely. But using a gun to do it, that's a no-no.
like and thing is it's Trigger and there's lots of other weapons that's Trigger.
Maybe it'll just be like the gimmick to like summon the powers and all that.
Could be, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, it's a weird thing for sure. I agree.
Or
What's
it's
that
Traeger's son.
Trigger, son. Trigger.
It was crazy about
Keep them
Trigger.
confused all the damn time.
The only thing I can say about Trigger, I think I liked him. Oh, I liked him a little bit more than Belly.
You know, as long as we don't get Traeger's head on a stick now, I'll be fine.
No, you'll get
Please
Traeger's
don't
head.
give them
You'll
ideas.
get
Do
Traeger's
not-
head on a shotgun.
Oh god!
Oh Lord! How dare you?
Like the barrels coming out of his mouth.
Yep.
No, please, what have you done? What did you guys do this?
Listen, goddammit, stop giving bad ideas. You do
Where's my
not
pocket
need
park? I'm
help.
going out of here. I'm going out of here.
You do not need help.
Move on. Where's it
Moving
take
on.
place?
Moving
Like
on.
where's
We don't
take
know.
place?
We just
things
know
like
the
that?
name. We only know the name, the rumored name, Ultraman.
The rumor name. We
It,
also,
could, it
according
might not
to the
even be
rumor,
for the show. It might be for like a collecting card game or something, for all we know.
The Ultraman
Yeah.
Unless there's
Trigger,
something
the on-rail
specific.
shooter for Ultraman.
Please. I'd play it
Also
though.
mentioned in the rumors that we got is apparently Trigger will be a sequel for Gaia.
The rumor
Tiga and
mill,
Dinah
man.
will
Yes.
return, and Earth Defender Squad building inside of Build Gamma. I'm not sure.
My thing about that,
I'm looking.
It's a monster from Jack.
yeah, but my thing is like with Gaia, I don't think Gaia
I think
necessarily
the
uses
spiritual,
it.
the sequel to Gaia thing is, I think, the other than the name, is the big thing everyone's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's the
it's
thing.
such a strange. Like it just doesn't. I'm surprised they remember Gaia exists most of the time.
And the thing is,
like
the way
it,
Gaia
it just
ended-
seems so outlandish for them to do that. It just doesn't make sense to me.
very.
I mean,
And we already have a sequel. It's called Cosmos. Sort of. It happens in the same universe,
Hey,
kind
Kazong
of.
with the double.
You sure?
It's yes.
Alright, we got the
Really?
Wakandan
Cosmos
Black
the same
Mesa.
universe?
There's like
Gaia?
a nod. There's like a nod to Gaia in somewhere in there.
Robin.
Somewhere.
Isn't
in-
Cosmo like the first Ultraman to ever see them?
Fighters approaching.
To ever
Gotham City.
finish and repeat that sentence so I can understand it in English?
I say, isn't Cosmo like the first Ultraman they see in that goddamn world? They should act like it.
They sure act like it, but there's a nod to Gaia somewhere in the series. I don't know, and it's been regarded as canon, I guess, but I don't know.
Cosmos was the one series I skipped, so I'm not going to look at that.
It's too bad, because Cosmos is... I went into Cosmos with rock-bottom expectations, because I was like, okay, a Peacenik Ultra that is just all about being buddy-buddy with monsters, and I'm like,
Yeah, like, I know.
And then it actually turns out to be pretty good, because it's able to take that general idea and then work in the interesting themes with it, like, oh, you know, so the team that the heroes are part of are always trying to at least back, you know, the Earth Defense Force off and be like, yo, we can handle this. We have giant nets. We can take care of this. We have giant nets and sleeping gas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that one because I've heard mixed reviews about Cosmos. Like some people are like, oh, Cosmos wasn't good. It was bad.
These fools could knock each other until they'll dead at the same time.
I think it's not as good as some other series. Like Gaia I think does better. I think Tiga is many times better, but Cosmos is good. I'm still not very great. Cosmos is middle of the road. Like, it's never bad, but it has fewer shining moments. When it is good, though, it's like, oh yeah, that's really hype. That's a really cool conceit. I like that idea. That's very neat. It also does, I think, a good job of putting Cosmos into a general sense of the stakes for Cosmos being able to persist feel pretty high, because it's like he's kind of fighting a war on a couple different fronts. He's having to fight against, you know, aliens that are brainwashing monsters, so he's trying to keep monsters okay, but he's also having to run defense to protect those monsters from the angry Earth people who are like, these kaiju need to be stopped, they have to be destroyed at the root. And he's like, no, we can live in harmony, dude. And they're just like, nah, space nukes. And he's like, but please stop.
You know what?
I have it. I have this in hand.
One thing I would say about Cosmo is too, my hand is that
long as hell. It's 65 episodes.
I love his fighting style. Because,
his fighting style is great. Yeah, it's the little things.
For a form that you thought was gonna represent gentle and everything, in the movie, the first contract, that blue form wrecked a lot of shit. I'm like, are you sure this supposed to be represent, you know, kindness? He's breaking all kind of things here with that form.
He wrecked us. Well, he also...
Barton stand no chance.
I think Cosmos works kind of as like a one-off deal in terms of like I don't think you could ever really pull off a series like Cosmos again. X kind of does, but it doesn't. It didn't feel to me like it did the whole thing. Like it didn't feel like it's dedicated to the cause of being like, I'm gonna be a Peacenik Ultra, because if Ultras kept being Peaceniks, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Because you have to, especially, it's not how they work.
Yeah, there was you say that I have, because like when you said how Cosmos was and his caring for monsters, and I've seen some details on that. That like Ultraman X was the only other Ultra I could think of that was similar to that aspect. But the thing is, I haven't seen both shows to give back a comparison.
X also does a lot of that whole, you know, we don't have to kill them thing, and it does it pretty well, but it's a shorter series, and he still ultimately blows stuff up a lot. Whereas Cosmos doesn't do that. Cosmos is like 100%, we are not blowing things up unless it's a filthy alien, then all then hands and beams, because ordinarily he's just like, you know, ooh, I'm gonna use Jesus powers on things, and we're gonna have the Messianic thing, and we're gonna do, you know, we're gonna heal stuff. But then an alien comes around, he's like, death rays to the face, it's time. He does, and it makes it seem when he's fighting aliens like 3 times more brutal, because he just destroys them to death, and you're like, holy shit! I thought he was all about peace. He's like, nuh-uh. Yep. I am. Unless you're a filthy Uchujin, then your days are numbered. I'm coming for you.
That makes Cosmo a bit versatile in his form change, like, at least up to that point, because I feel like before him, it was quite straightforward, even with Gaia, like, okay, you know, he meant to be strong and everything with his new form, but for Cosmo, it's like, depending on what he's doing, he have like a specific mode for that situation. Like Frax say, like, okay, am I saving this thing, or am I gonna reduce this thing to like scrap? Which one?
Yeah, I think what I like most about Cosmos is it kind of explores the whole, okay, Ultras are these beings of virtually unlimited power. How does that manifest? Like, if they want to do good works, how do they do that? And, you know, a lot of it is, let's shoot magical rainbow space beams at things and make them all better now. Which is like, seems like which it seems like a massive cop-out, but actually feels handled well most of the time. So I have a soft spot for Cosmos. I would never in a million years put it ahead of like Tiga or Mebius or Nexus, but it did what it did. It did it very well, and I'm willing to give it a lot of. We have talked about Ultraman Cosmos for like the last half hour, so I'm sorry, Echo. Yes. I have hijacked your entire stream.
Hey, honestly, Frank, I actually enjoyed that. But thanks for the info on that. But I'm really keen to watch that.
So one last thing about Cosmos. Unfortunately, the only subs available are like the crappy Toku channel subs, and they are, or actually they're Hong Kong subs, I think, and or they were on Crunchyroll. They're really bad. Like you could just they get all the names right, and I'll give it that. And after that, like, some episodes are like, wow, this was written by someone who understands English, and then, like, an episode later, you're like, what? They did Who to the How now? What?
One quick last thing for Cosmos. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Just like one quick thing, shove it in. One quick thing, shove it in. I think he was actually at least popular enough that he actually got a game focused on him as a main protagonist. Yeah, he does. Revolution pretty much is a Cosmos storyline with
when you
Ultra
switched it, instead of Raph, it showed Mikey.
Rebirth. My bad. Rebirth. There we go.
Alright, let's continue. Let's continue back to this house going in.
Yep.
Done?
About to start this task again.
No, the task was
I thought you were going into it. My bad.
There was what else did they have?
I don't know.
I like the Ultraman. The Ultraman just threw me off, bro. I was like, right.
Okay, well, we had the Heroes Odyssey. I don't know if we talked about that.
No, I did not.
We had the Hero Odyssey. They released the new episode of new generations of Ultra Conspiracy yesterday.
We'll talk about that when we get to superhero time.
No, it's also in terms of new. There was what else? Oh, before I'm gonna just throw the superhero news in there real quick. Allegedly, Jessica Jones is returning, so good job, Marvel. You got everybody back.
Oh, at the very end. Yeah, at the very end. Apparently Jessica Jones will be in S.H.I.E.L.D. That's a rumor.
Yeah, it's a rumor. Part of the rumor mill.
Firestorm.
I mean...
Okay. S.H.I.E.L.D., like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the show?
Yes.
That show's supposed to be done.
There's no She-Hulk, way. Not S.H.I.E.L.D.
She-Hulk.
Sorry,
okay.
Not S.H.I.E.L.D., She-Hulk.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is
you know,
done.
the big, mean, green, hot muscle mama lawyer. That one.
Yes.
The Amazon who, not Wonder Woman, but the one I will gladly say Death by
Snoop. I heard S.H.I.E.L.D. and I'm like, wait, why S.H.I.E.L.D.? That show's supposed to be over with.
Yeah. Very good, too.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah, I'm fine with Jessica Jones. I didn't like her show, but...
I like how the show went and got rid of its only compelling plot thread, like, super early on.
Yeah, like,
here, let's kill off the only... Like, season 1's fine, and then it's just like, why did we even continue the show? And I'm like, oh... And Luke Cage does the exact same thing, and I'm just like,
my
banging
gosh, yeah, I
my
love Luke Cage, but...
on the ground, and I'm just like, please, this could have been so good. All you had to do was not kill that guy.
My only thing with Luke, okay, because like I love Luke Cage, to the fullest. And my only thing with that is that I wish they could have done Bushmaster better.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, like, and I wasn't even mad at the fact that they pretty much nerfed him in the show because Bushmaster he's a lot more stronger than what you guys have seen in that game show. Yeah. He is a lot more stronger than that. You know, I wasn't mad at the fact that they nerfed him. They gave him an interesting backstory to what happened to him and everything, why he wants to kill Mariah so damn bad. But how they ended him, it was just a little... like, I wish they could have done better. I wish they could have done better to just end him, not just send him away all damaged and whatnot. You know, I wish they could have gave him some type of closure or something. Especially not in things bad between him and Luke. Because him and Luke actually could have been something a little bit better in this show compared to how they went in the comics. But it could have been a little bit different. But overall, it's like, I didn't hate season 2, but it could have, there were some things that I really enjoyed, and then there were some things where I was just like, you know what, y'all could have done better than that. You know, and I didn't even care about the fact that they killed off Cottonmouth. I wasn't mad at Cottonmouth being killed, because Mariah, she was way, like she was like the more,
Superman wins.
what's the word I'm looking for? I
Marketable?
can't, sinister. Well, I wasn't gonna say marketable, but that too. But I was gonna say she was a little bit more sinister than Cottonmouth in the comics too. Cottonmouth was portrayed he was portrayed like beautifully in the damn season. Like he was awesome.
Superman.
You know, but the thing is
Superman.
like pretty much Mariah was she was the more sinister villain than him, comic book wise anyway. So it's like I guess they have to do that, but the thing about it is how they it's just how they went about it. It's just how they went about it. You know, like, oh, we're gonna instantly kill him, so that way Mariah gets his part. Or how about keep him alive, like how they are in the comics, or just do something like that and make use of both of them.
Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
Like, just do something. Like you guys could have done a little bit better, just a little bit better. But hey, that's what happens.
Another bit of news. That's it, I believe. Did we talk about the other announced 01 spinoff or V Cinema?
Oh, 01 other Metsubo Jinrai.
Yeah, not that one. Was it that one? I think
that's the only one we have so far.
Well, they showed more like pictures of like stuff that's going on in there, like.
Oh yeah, we got some. There were some casts as well.
Yeah, that's what.
There's a new Zaya CEO.
Zaya.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Zaya, from what I've been hearing about lately. I'm curious on that. I've heard a little bit. I heard a little bit of it the past few days. I'm not sure how confirmed this is going to be.
Yep.
But because we haven't gotten a suit yet, but if we do, and this actually going to be a thing, I'm heavily curious on that. We got team.
I know we had there's like military type human gears that Zaya's apparently making for weapon.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, that's what I've heard is about Kamen Rider Zaya. And if we get that, I really want to see how that looks. And I'm 01 is like I want to focus on something else that's coming, but then 01 just comes back. 01, shit.
And I believe that's all we have for the news.
Yeah, I think so. I'm curious to see where the spin-off, where Metsubo Jinrai goes.
I hope it does good. I'm gonna hurt myself because I don't know. Knowing me, I want to get that attachment now.
Don't hurt yourself, Silver. Thank you, Echo. To it.
I want to get that attachment now. I want to get.
Suicide is never the answer, Silver. Please stop.
I'm like, I can't do that.
Don't kill your wallet.
Yeah, Blaze literally.
Don't kill
Blaze
your
is like I'm the better Superman here.
Okay. But nah. Depending on how much he goes for, I'll see about it. You know, that's all. But I am curious and leaning towards like getting the Kamen Rider Metsubo Jinrai attachment for the for my 01 driver.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm really keen on that. But mostly to see how it functions. If it functions pretty good.
It'll be a while before we get to that, though. So.
Yeah. But hey, until then, I gotta get my movie stuff. I'm getting that.
Nice. All right. I think that's it.
Superhero Time has returned this week.
Yes, finally! Yay!
I have not caught up, so I'm behind right now.
On what? Okay.
Both. Kamen Rider Saber and
I think Major subs like just came out. Saber subs are still.
I'm still behind.
But I did watch the Raw, so I do know what happens in Saber. Sort of.
Well, how about this? Everybody, get it. Now that you know Superhero Time's back, if you can, check it out. We'll be more in depth with the last few episodes of Superhero Time next week, so it gives everybody some more time to catch up.
Okay, so you want to wait? You want to catch up? All right, that's fine.
You know what? I'm gonna make it my mission to binge Kita Major in one go, because I need to catch up on that Sentai so damn bad.
So good. So good.
Like I know you rocks with Echo, and honestly, I feel you on that one too. Because like literally when Kita Major got dropped on episode 0, I'm like low key, I'm feeling this Sentai. This Sentai was fun as hell. and then I just dropped the ball on it because I fell behind so damn much. And I'm just, damn it,
Yeah, I get that feeling.
What the?
And I feel bad just for falling behind on it so much. And this is a show that I really want to see do good. I'm gonna definitely start doing some Sentai.
I mean, it's a silver focus episode. I haven't seen it yet because subs, but yeah, it's subs because subs and it's hard to watch Raws if you're a major. I'm not sure 100% sure why. Well, I do know why, because but anyway, Saber was also a good one. We got Kamen Rider Psycho finally summoning his shadow. But that shadow fight is nice. You guys haven't seen it yet. The fight with the shadow. The shadow is cool.
Shadow is dope.
Aren't you okay?
It's so weird that this is like the Light Rider and we're getting a shadow power. It's like they had the idea for like a Dark Rider, but they had Calva already. I don't know. Still freaking cool though. And that like shadow tornado move does it again.
This is amazing. I wish you would have finished it off. Yeah, that's good.
What the actual?
They gotta get bodied, yo. This is going crazy.
Superman wins.
Okay. Anything else?
We do.
Well, for Rider anyway. I know we just talked about Saber.
Yes, Psycho as a character is interesting. I'm not sure if his physical being is like, if his sword is just a representation, or if his human form is just like a human representation of the sword, or what. I'm not exactly sure. But he can just like look at someone and just instantly change his clothes into whatever they're wearing. So that's kind of weird. It's like he just looks like a guy in a suit and just like, hey, I want that's
he got
now.
Piccolo's drip beam, the clothes beam. Except he just puts it on himself.
It's an interesting little gimmick there.
I'll be stealing drip.
And then it's not. This isn't like the greatest cinematography ever for filmmaking and whatnot. But we get a small shot of the other writers chilling out in Northern Base, and like someone turned all the lights off and it's all like dark and creepy and just like, man, what happens in this place? Just like, where, guys, what happened to all your stuff? Everything's screwed at the Northern Base now. It's just like, what the fuck happened? We didn't pay the electrical bill. Did Sophia just do that? Now she's gone? No one's doing it? What? I'm curious to see what happened there. Because it seems like just the other Saber Riders are just on the bench for a little while. Until we find something for them to do. Or until the plot says, hey, you guys can be involved again. Ugh.
Blaze, what were you doing?
Yeah, that's all the comments I have on Saber. I still need to like watch the sub. So. The subs aren't out yet, so yeah. Alright, and with that, our one last thing, the thing that actually has subs coming out because they're official. Thanks, Subaraya. The Absolute Conspiracy, episode 7, is it? Yes.
Yeah, the Absolute Conspiracy. First off, listen.
Listening?
Grigio, she did her best. She does her best.
Low key, I'm giving her props because she was like, even though she's still a little, she's getting there, but shit, she was kind of going in that episode. Like, I'm like, okay, you doing your thing out here, trying to be the little defender where your brother's going. I feel you. Do your thing. You gotta greasy up. This Zero trouble, like, okay, I see you.
I'm not sure why Zero. I guess Zero's supposed to be forming an elite squad, but I don't know how.
Apparently this takes place during or a little bit after the Tiger movie and before that series starts. Which makes sense.
I'm feeling no. It takes place after Tiger because the
movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the movie. Yeah, the movie. Yeah.
Speaking of, we do see the Tiger guys hanging out.
Try squad.
They're training, doing their thing.
Blaze has been defeated. The evil has been subdued.
But I really enjoyed
Eternal power.
I like this episode. I wish it could have been a little bit longer, but it was enjoyable. I like it so far.
What exactly is the gimmick of those Zeton things? As someone who knows nothing of Ultra.
Oh, Zetons has been an alien race that has been throughout almost every Ultra series, maybe every one. I can't say.
So believe it or not, Zeton is a space dinosaur. No, it looks nothing like a dinosaur, but that's because they're space dinosaurs. So Zeton is relevant because in the grand finale of the original Ultraman series, Zeton shows up and kills Ultraman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why Zeton is relevant. So anytime there needs to be a old monster that shows up that is, threatening and dangerous, oftentimes it'll be a Zeton. And a Zeton variant will show up and be like, oh shit, this is a big deal now. Sort of like what they kept doing with some of the newer villains, like Galactron has showed up a couple times, and it's like, oh shit, Galactron! It's like, oh, okay.
Guess I'll have to prove you wrong.
We have to show off how terrifying
Now,
it is.
like, they bring the stage show, though. They did bring the stage show Zeton, so nice.
Yeah. But I haven't watched any of the Absolute Conspiracy. I don't know how much Zeton they're throwing at us. There was Zeton in that one.
Of Zeton.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's an army.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it was cool looking, but yeah, terrifying.
I do have one kind of.
But yes, done.
All right.
I think the stage show is kills Kratos, so I haven't liked.
Okay, I guess I kind of had two questions. One, the U40 place that they're talking about.
That is the planet. Sorry,
Jonius.
that is the planet where, that and Titus.
Oh, Titus, right? Yeah, he's a U40 as well.
Yeah,
they're both U40.
Basically,
Okay,
the
that's kind of what
planet basically the planet of more muscular. Also.
Burly Greek dudes wearing togas and dudettes, and they can all. So they work a bit differently than the other ultras in that they still walk around in their human-looking forms, or they can when they want to. We haven't seen that since Jonius. Also noteworthy in that they are like an ancient, look very much like human race. Incidentally, our predecessors to humanity, where we were a kindred race or something.
Right.
And so they wind up inventing an analog to the plasma spark or whatever, and it allows them to turn into Ultramen. But what winds up happening in Jonius, the series, is you have a guy and you have a bunch of people who basically rebel against this existing Ultra World Order, and they're like, nah, I'm not having it. I'm going to go form a giant space fleet and attack and try and take the Ultra Transformation gimmick. So you get to see Ultraman Jonius turn into a giant and then smash little dudes up, which is radical. What blows my mind about Ultraman Jonius, the series, is it is made around a little before / around the same time as the original Mobile Suit Gundam, and looks about 1,000 times better animation quality-wise.
Yeah,
it's incredible to watch from the late 70s.
It wasn't the anime, right? Just to be safe. I don't know if
the original Jonius is an anime, yes.
Yeah, okay, just making sure because I don't know if this is the first time or if I missed anything, because this might be the first time where he actually gets a live action debut.
It wouldn't come out!
I want to say he's been in he was in one of the Belial movies. I don't remember if it was the first or the second one.
Yeah,
probably the first.
There, so I don't know if
they've showed the Jonius on stage shows, but that's about it. He hasn't featured in anything. Like he hasn't said anything.
Well,
he's just
featured
been in the background.
In this, at least
which is pretty damn cool. I hope
really love the stage show.
That
show is fun.
Yeah, I'm more up to see him and Titus meet and team up. More of just given the fact they're race and planet and how they're from the same place. It's like I really want to see them team up together. Mostly they interact with each other, see if they know each other, or how they know each other in some sort of way. You know, if he could be related or if he trained them. Like we'll see.
Also, how do dimensions work in Ultraman exactly? Because
they don't care anymore. They don't care anymore.
Because
there was a brief period of time where they did. And they were like, you have to use a lot of power, and you could break into the interdimensional interstices between dimensions, then go into different universes. And now it's just like, people can just go to different dimensions now. It doesn't matter.
Mainly Zero.
Because, like, okay, so like Taiga and Titus mentioned a line about how they beat this Zet guy, this Zeton leader dude before.
Yeah.
And the Zeton leader is like, I didn't know a version of me existed in this dimension.
Oh, that's because of the... That's a plot point of the Absolute Conspiracy that they went through with Belial and Traeger.
Belial and Traeger.
Yeah.
The Absolute Conspiracy guy, or...
Right,
I forget his name.
So there's multiple dimensions, but...
Different forms
where are the
of kaiju.
alternate dimension versions of any of the Ultras? Like...
That's what the Absolute Conspiracy is.
Oh,
there are none. Possibly what's his face killed them all. I don't know.
I was gonna
Where's
say,
alternate dimension Taiga? An alternate dimension
I don't know. Maybe that is what. Maybe that's the big reveal.
Or maybe they don't do it that way. I don't know.
Maybe because they're beams of light,
like
they're
Kamen
different.
Rider, you can just say, when they go to alternate dimensions, you can just be like, oh, the said person in this dimension just never got the power. But in Ultraman, they literally are the power, so it's like, where are you?
I mean, Ultraman kind of like, they don't like the whole, make you think that the Ultraman can be easily replicated, like, they really like to make it, one of them is who they are, if I'm making sense.
I too would like to know the justification for why, because I do not know. The closest we've had to alt-universe Ultra heroes was the characters in Ultimate Force Zero, who are all kind of like alt-universe versions of existing Tsuburaya characters.
Right.
Like Jumborg Ace, Fireman, and a few others, but that's about as far as that goes. This stuff with Absolute Conspiracy, I don't know.
We'll probably find out around
what
there.
I'm thinking, because like
hopefully they'll explain it, because it's it's
Probably
I don't know what's going on. There's
and
inconsistencies.
An alternate universe for in that case. What if there was a universe
I got
where
an
the Ring of Light never
epic!
happened,
Finally!
where the home and birthplace of Ultras was not a thing, but they were able to come with Ultras a whole different or entirely different way. Because we do have Ultras now that they came from separate dimensions and universes, or universes, I should say, and then they acquired their power so differently compared to how the not plasma spark, but should I say plasma spark Ultras? The
M78 Ultras are the plasma spark or whatever.
Plasma spark. They were once humans, and then due to plasma spark, they all grew and gained powers from that. But that basically a different origin story with some of them where they don't really have that same little thing. So maybe the alternate version of Taiga could be human. Probably same for Taro at this moment. Who knows?
Also, this is a very, very minor thing. How many Taiga Sparks are there?
Just one.
Alright, then why did all three of them have Taiga Sparks?
Actually,
well, they have each one of the three of the Taiga crew have their own. They're just not all called Taiga Sparks, but they are functionally identical. Like, one is the Fuma Spark, and I forget what. Oh, Titus calls his the Muscle Spark because he's a manly man.
Alright.
Yeah.
But they're all the same kind of device. So there are three technically,
They basically
but they just give them a different name.
Basically, just do the same thing.
Okay.
Yep.
I just noticed they all had the same, like, they all had the Henshin device still on their arm, and I'm like...
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. My questions for Ultra are over now. I mean, it was a fine episode. We're setting up the final arc, or at least looks like it.
Yeah, my thing is because I really want to see how Zed is going to come and turn to play Walters. Maybe Zero's going to get him. He's probably just going to get him. Like, Zed, come here. You're rolling with us now. Come on. He's like, okay, master.
Zed's probably just gonna follow him because that's
Zed'll show up and he's like, "Hey, am I late?" And they're like, "Why are you even here? Please leave. You're getting in the way."
Right.
And then he'll do something important, and we'll all be like, "Of course he did."
Wait, imagine Zero just calling upon Zed like Kratos, like, "Boy, come, just come here, boy."
I don't think Zero's old enough for that, but...
Oh, Zero's...
Jafar Kree.
I'm about to say Zero's like 20,000 years old, maybe over 20,000.
Well,
nobody got that.
For an ultra.
Sorry.
He
20,000 years old
Kratos
is young
vibe.
for an ultra.
Okay.
Ultras are like all like tens of thousands of years old.
Enough. Well, he said not old enough, but he said for an ultra, so I'm like, okay, I give you that then.
Yeah.
That's
Which is
what I
why
meant, like, for an ultra.
which is why Jeed is so weird, because he's like 6 years old or something, and he's like
how old is that
competing.
ultimate years?
And I'm just like, but no, he's like 6 years old. 6 years old. He's not like 6,000 years old. He's not 600,000 years old. He's 6 years old because he's a clone.
Like 20 something.
Or like 20 something. Yeah, he's super young.
He's
Like,
however old Riku is.
Yeah, he's a newborn
19.
because so he comes out of absolute because he's a clone. He comes out of absolutely nowhere.
Right.
He's a clone
You know
of
what?
Belial or whatever.
That is-
it's
you know,
really weird.
Yeah,
Jeed is a
that
really
threw me off.
strange paradigm that they've shifted away from ever since. They're like, we're not going to talk about that anymore because it's creepy. Because if you have him getting involved with other things, like, but he's like 20, and that's nothing. That's not even a sneeze. That's not a blink of an eye as far as ultras are concerned. But he's up there competing with the rest of them, which is kind of like, are we going to ever talk about that? How does that work?
He went through it though.
He inherited his father's legacy.
Red Hood.
Super speedy clone aging.
Unfortunately.
There we go. Space clones.
All right.
Fighters
But,
approaching
yeah.
Gotham City.
And then we got, Heroes Odyssey. Who's seen that so far? Did anyone look at that so far? Or am I just the only
It's
one?
honestly more of a clip show.
Okay, I don't know if
Oh,
anyone
that's
looked at it.
the Taiga Zero thing.
Yeah.
Or Taiga Z.
Tiga.
Oh, Tiga. Tiga, Taiga, same thing. Never mind, they are. But they're one letter off. They're one letter off. Calm down.
Take that back,
I'm new to this stuff. I'm sorry.
We know. We just calm down.
It's
calm
honestly
down.
just
Wait
a clip
minute.
show. So it's okay.
What am I jumping on you, sir?
All right, fine.
Okay,
But
but
I didn't. I considered watching it, but I didn't.
right, I was just making sure because I didn't want to just skip past that, like
I mean,
it didn't happen or
you're
didn't
not necessarily
release.
missing much, but for you, it probably would be worth a watch for you.
Nah, I guess I haven't seen Taiga, so at least.
Okay.
Tiga.
Tiga's just good in general. It's like the pinnacle of Toku art.
Maybe they have to name them so similar.
I don't know.
Because it's different if you're Japanese. It's a different character.
But
like a different kind of.
okay, so shoot, movie, new generation, climax movie so far.
I'll save
Anybody?
that for next week.
Okay.
Gotta give everybody some time to watch it because Blaze did something good for once.
Yay!
Thank you,
I find
Blaze.
that hard to believe.
He dropped the link for English subs for now. For the Taiga New Generation Climax.
Just gonna say I enjoyed it. The movie was fun. I liked it.
It reminded me of Heisei Generation.
Yeah, when you said that, I get where you're going with it, but for me, it didn't really give me those feels as new generation.
It was more
give me that feel.
It was more of the setup.
Yeah, in a way, I see it, but but then again, for this, it was like it didn't give me that little new generation feel for me. The way new generation gave me, it was a little bit different.
We'll definitely get into details more next week, but
yeah, the point blank,
it was enjoyable.
I really enjoyed it. I did, but it says done mentioned the Tiger swag earlier. It ain't done. It ain't over yet.
It ain't done. All right.
Nah,
Well.
I got to get the final form
That's right.
piece.
You hear that, jukebox? You ain't done.
Oh, you swag wise, it's not over. I get you. I know that.
The bro
I know that
feeling.
feeling.
Are at it again.
I was
No,
I'm gonna jump over on Frax for a bit.
Yeah, because I still got to get the final form piece, and I'm planning to get the new generation piece. The new generation piece, I'm not in a rush to get because it's not really something I
Blaze, stay in the room.
need, but
I have to go
would
early
still
anyway,
collect it. I
so
would still
stay in the
collect
room, Blaze.
Yeah, I get you. I need to be.
He already
on a
left.
Swag hiatus due to work, but yeah.
Yeah,
Blaze,
same.
get back in
Right, at
here.
the moment, same here. The only thing that the only thing I'm still waiting for arrival, but it might not get here until like the next month or so. We'll see. is my Memorial set for 0-1. That's, you know, because I'm still waiting on that to get here. Because I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, you already ordered. I haven't seen any reviews for that yet. So.
Correct.
Yeah, because I guess it's not fully out yet. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah, no.
For the time being.
Just
When it does
rejoin
come out
them.
and
I
I
have
get
to
it,
leave in like 10
I
minutes
gotcha.
anyway.
You'll be back.
I just hope I have it in time for the movie. That's all I can say.
Hopefully. All right.
You know, for the time I see it.
All right. Do you have anything else to talk about with superhero time?
No, that was it.
All right.
Greg, will you be back?
Like,
Fighters approaching Fortress of Solitude.
Greg.
Greg.
What?
Said, will you be back?
What do you... What's
You
the
said
question?
you're leaving in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta leave in 10 minutes and then I'm gone.
Will you be back though? That's
No,
what he's
he
asking.
said he's gone.
I am never coming back to this podcast ever again.
Oh, okay.
Get off
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that sucks. I like having you around.
Wow. Okay, then I guess I'm coming back due to popular
Okay, cool.
demand.
I was gonna send you. I was just gonna send you a postcard, maybe with like 5. No. Let me not put the 5,000 here.
No, wait, no, continue.
Oh, now I have to leave. Shit. Damn it.
I would be
This is-
considerate,
I
but
don't
you,
like
but, you,
this.
but you said you're coming back, so never mind. You're good. You're good. Come back.
That was a good one.
That was
one,
good.
Silver.
That was good. That was really good. I'm having too much fun watching Bizarro Superman and Superman duke it out.
Yeah, I know.
Bitch! Where's my heat vision, yo? Where's my heat vision?
So Blaze, get your stupid self back in here.
Just got over.
I had Tiga earlier. I want to get the Tiga Spark too. I want to get that.
Is that what it's called? The Tiga Spark?
I want their helmets.
Yeah. If I'm correct, it was called the Tiga Spark. I could be wrong. Because I believe they released an anniversary one, but I think that goes for like, but I think that costs a little bit though. Not regular retail price for like 40 or 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think because I think they did an ultra replica. Because I saw this one dude make a video, but
there you go.
yeah, but he touted it all in Japanese and it said 20th anniversary. So I'm like, oh, okay, so this is 20th anniversary or this is an ultra replica as well. One of the two. I guess it's both.
Okay.
So we'll see. Because if they do have a regular retail 20th anniversary one, then I possibly would get that. Because I would like a representation of the older changers. So that's something I will find nice.
Yeah, I get that. I consider picking up some older belts.
If I could, I'll get the freaking Nexus Evo Crosser. I would get that in a heartbeat. That's what I want, man. I love Nexus, and I want that damn changer so damn bad. But I can't get it.
Yeah, no. Old toys are super expensive.
That and Ultra, it's just...
Bring that Bizarro again.
Dude.
Okay.
Like they even did an Ultra replica of the Genghis Spark, and I wanted that one so damn bad. Because for one, it makes it easier for me for the Genghis Spark, because it literally comes with all the damn Spark signs on there. And updated music and phrases.
Okay.
And it looks way more
The anniversary versions. We're just talking swag at this point. We're upset.
Yeah, I noticed that.
We're just really upset at this point.
No,
Fighters approaching Fortress of
Yeah,
Solitude.
and Blaze just ditched us. 'Cause
Is that unusual though?
No.
We know this. Blaze, that's
It's
kind
not
of a thing.
unusual for Blaze to ditch
I
us.
just fought Bragg with big
And I told you right then and there, don't do it. I'm gone in a couple minutes anyway. Don't bother. Stick with the crew.
Good, okay?
We'll stay here. Good God.
yeah, I have no idea what happened to Devon. Hopefully he comes back soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Magnum, what? Bizarro over here beating my ass? Hello? Fuck you.
Well, we did kind of make the main topic for him today, so at least you decided.
Stay down.
That's why I was letting everything. Ugh.
Meanwhile, two Supermen are just beating the crap out of each other.
So wait, if there's a Bizarro Superman in the Injustice universe, does that mean he's an incredibly benevolent individual who like pets puppies and whatnot?
Apparently, this one is from a different universe.
Oh, so he's still an asshole? Got it.
I'm not that much know about Bizarro besides I feel when I see him that, but isn't he kind of like one of those, unless it's Superman, otherwise he's not happy.
He's just an anti-Superman, and he even speaks
I thought Bizarro
in
was just an
opposites.
idiot, not actively an asshole.
Well, a little bit of both, because like presented
Okay.
an option between two choices, he'll do the opposite of the right one because he can't help it.
Yeah.
He's really more a prisoner to fate, if nothing else, in Destiny. He can't help but be bad because Superman's always a good guy. So, hence my question: in Injustice, where Superman is obviously a arch supervillain, why is Bizarro in fact a decent individual, a decent bloke?
He probably would be.
He probably would, yeah. I see
mean,
no reason
compared
why
to
not.
genocide, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell Clark's up to now in Injustice 2, right?
Dictatorship, justice,
Sure.
genocide, all of it, all of
Absolute
the big
control.
Yeah, just like was done in City of Heroes like 20 years before the game. Cool, or 10 years before Injustice.
Yeah.
When Clank plays
Original
Superman,
ideas
them bees
in comics,
flying.
I know, right? No
Right.
such animal. It's been done.
Yeah. My turn is gone.
Oh no, you got beamed to death.
My
That's
turn's gone.
embarrassing.
Well, moving on to the main discussion.
Well, at least he gets purple and gold outfit. That's always classy.
No, Batman.
Doing the Thouser thing. All the Thousers. Both the one from Kamen Rider and the one from Fist of the North Star had the purple and gold finish. And daddy issues and whatnot. Except only one of them would kill a puppy.
Tiny robo puppies?
Only one of them would do this, and it is the one that we were also supposed to feel sorry for, but was completely irredeemable. I don't understand why they tried pulling that in Fist of the North Star. It's just like, but he's a scumbag. Why are we supposed to feel bad for him because he had daddy issues? He still went ahead and like murdered people to death. I'm like,
Speaking of, where's Alchemy? He's supposed to be there.
Nah, who knows?
How's this missing?
He's not a regular part of the podcast. So.
He wants to be.
If he wants to show up, he can show up. It's
That's
the
why I
same
was
time every
asking him if he's going.
wait, you guys do it on Sundays?
Yeah, Vic was supposed to join us. He
Is
never
today a
did.
Sunday? Then yes.
Wait, Victor Maru was supposed to show up?
He was
No
supposed to show. He was
way.
supposed to join us a while ago.
Bull Pucky, I don't believe it for an instant. That dude never shows up. I can't remember the last time I saw that dude. I see him online all the time. He's online on the reg, but he's like never when we are.
He's doing his own joint, so I'm like, alright, I understand. But he's like, I want to play some more. When y'all be playing, we told him, alright, I'll be there.
Sunday nights. It is a tradition at this point. We've been doing this for a year.
No, Batman.
Yes, Batman. Right. We're doing the Batman discussions. All right.
I just don't like doing that.
So remember that time when he okay, your favorite
All
Batman.
right. Hold on.
Yeah, alright,
My-
yeah, you
my
know what? That
personal
is a
opinion
good.
about
That is
Batman.
a good idea. Favorite.
What is your favorite Batman?
What the hell is going on?
Nice look. Nice done. Nice. Classy done. Very classy. He said, "I got my opinions about Batman," and he left. Thank you, Ara. The animated series Kevin Conroy Batman. Ugh.
Aquaman wins.
Impeccable.
That is a hard one. That is a hard one to disagree with.
You ever iconic voice
he's-
for sure. Yes.
Oh yeah. That whole show is just. Ugh.
Like you ever notice
Why
how
don't they make them like that anymore? I don't understand. We
you
have
ever
the
notice
blueprint.
how like there was like Batman before, and then when the animated series dropped, a lot of things were shifting toward the way
can't
they
wait.
did Batman in that show.
Yeah, because it was very successful, and everything it did right. It was like Mr. Freeze is a classic example. Mr. Freeze was like practically a no-name villain, and then animated series comes along. It's like, oh, let's make him sympathetic now, and it's like, oh, we can do that. He has depth now. That's crazy,
right? Gave him a real story, dude. Like,
yeah.
Ugh. Animated series, the DC animated universe from late 90s to early 2000s. Beautiful.
It's a good decade, man.
They need to do more like that.
Yeah, the anime series was the only time I really liked DC at all. So
it was so good. Why would you like it?
Most of the time when they're creating cartoons, they go basically upon what the viewer thinks.
Then Gargoyles at around the same time is just another masterpiece.
Gargoyle, oh my god.
So good. I've been rewatching that on and off in between watching other things. And it's just like, I'm watching it, I'm like, how was this made? How did they make that then? You could never make something like that now. It's like people get mangled in the pilot. People get torn apart by gargoyles. It's like, wait a minute. And this is by who? Oh yeah, Disney. Disney made this.
That was Disney back then was amazing. But now,
oh my gosh, just. Well, they were huge then, and this was. Let's see, when did they? The real obvious turning point is when they ensured or appealed to the Supreme Court to make sure that they could extend their licenses for the various properties they owned until pretty much the heat death of the universe for like another 50 to 100 years. And that was pretty much when everything before then, you had some real cool innovation, and about the same time that they stopped doing animated movies, really. And I think part of that's because it cost too much. Well, yeah, excluding Pixar, which has done pretty well.
Pixar.
Well, they're still doing animation.
Yeah, that's why I said traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2D. They're not doing obviously 2D.
Yeah, they're not doing 2D, and that's that's when I say animation, that's what I mean.
Light 'em up, Freeze.
I guess I should say. I should clarify. Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Pixar's, but Pixar is nothing but 3D animation. So.
Right, they're 3D, but I mean 2D animation is what I was referring to as the thing they don't do anymore.
Yes. It's unfortunate because they had good stuff.
Oh, Blaze, no.
Come back.
Blaze, no.
Come back.
Ah, you fucker. Was holding battle.
Aquaman wins.
I should have won that.
You should have.
Octopus wins.
Should have rolled out the way.
What do you mean Aquaman won? Where the octopus did all the work there? Come on. I saw that fight.
Oh man, who's another good? Kevin Conroy is like peak Batman, bro. I don't know if we can top that.
Adam West is pretty fun though.
Adam West is so campy. It's so campy.
Is so peak Batman that he became actual Batman. So,
it is a pleasure to watch that show. You're just like, you watch that and you're like, I cannot believe anybody okayed this. This is fantastic.
It's so campy, it's good.
What are they doing?
Hey, what show are we talking about now?
Adam West Batman.
Oh, the original Batman series.
With Eartha Kitt as Catwoman.
Yeah.
She killed it, bro. Eartha Kitt is a freaking icon.
Who's the guy they had? Who's the guy they
Cesar
had as the
Morero's
Penguin?
joke. Oh, I don't know about him. I just know Cesar Romero's mustache.
Oh,
Joker.
yes. Yes, Cesar Romero's Joker.
Like they painted over his freaking mustache because he was not willing to shave it, so you would notice it.
Yeah. Oh man. The guy they had doing the Penguin was also famous, but I can't remember who it is. Like you see, he's in like everything after that. But I can't remember his name right now, which is really embarrassing.
Quickly, to Wikipedia, to Google.
Adam West is fun, but one of my, I think as far as my favorite Batman incarnation, other than animated series, because of course Arrow had to take the best one.
The Batman was really good
that.
too. the WB cartoon. That was really good. Up until I guess around the last season where they started doing Justice League things. I'm like, it's okay. It didn't hit the same.
Craig, you were asking about Penguin, correct?
Yeah, from the Adam West series.
Burgess Meredith.
Burgess Meredith, yes! Oh my gosh, he's everywhere. Like, if you look up a biography of him or a filmography of him, he's in everything. So many things Burgess Meredith is in. Some of them actually quite good and very high profile. I won't name any because I can't remember any because I'm really tired. But suffice it to say, he was around. But I think my favorite iteration design-wise for Batman, just for a visual aesthetic, is probably the Batman from Superman Red Son. Because he has a cute little Ushanka.
Oh, that Batman.
The Russian Batman.
Yes, glorious Russian Batman. I fight for people's revolution. As a character, he's pretty one-note and weak, but I love the Bat Ushanka because it's got the Batman logo on it. I can't not love this. It's Batman. He's Russian and he's wearing an Ushanka. I can't be mad. I love this.
Right. Terry McGinnis is, I think, a cool Batman. Kevin Conroy is on
Batman
there too.
Beyond Batman.
Yeah.
Who's also got a comic now. He's got a comic now. Good job, Terry. You can.
I think we
Blaze,
all
if you don't do, about to say, Blaze.
Fucking shitting me?
Oh my lord!
Clank, I know you upset. This is a comeback of the century.
Trying to do my combo.
Oh my gosh!
Alright, so I'm gonna kill Blaze.
Green Arrow wins.
You know who's not a good Batman? Green Arrow. Never do that again.
You not to bring Green Arrow into this.
I actually thought you were gonna say something.
I knew you were
didn't
gonna.
expect that.
I figured you might bring that up.
It's true, is it not?
Joker.
Again, that's like saying, you know who's not a good Batman? Superman. It's the same
No,
basic
actually,
thing.
he did a good job as Superman. Well, Batman, actually. They look so much alike that they just switch clothes sometimes.
He's right though.
Yes, but
He's right though. It has happened in the past.
It has
Oh,
happened.
that's a real boner.
Fighters approaching.
I'm thinking.
I just remembered one time in the animated series where that happened. I think like Bane tried to punch
It
Batman.
was
just like,
And it turned out to be Soups, and it's like, why is my entire arm shattered in 1,000 places? What just happened? Help? Please, no.
He's like, when did Batman get so strong? I'll be good today, Batman. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And what was the reason? Because like Batman had to be away on a business trip as Bruce Wayne, and he like called in a favor.
Probably.
What was the reason? I can't remember.
I
It was
don't
something it was something kind of dumb, but it was played beautifully. Now, since we're talking about animated series, favorite episode of Batman the Animated Series?
Oh god, the whole Clayface arc was pretty good.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Clayface arc, excellent. I'll go with the basic bitch, which is the one for Two-Face. I thought that was really well
Remember
done.
the episode where Batman disguised himself as Killer Croc?
I hit him with a rock.
Yeah, that was
It was a big rock. They're all playing poker. All the Rogues Gallery are all playing poker, like the Joker, the Penguin, Killer Croc, and a couple others are all they're like sitting around a table. They're all playing poker. They're basically bitching about Batman. They're like, "Ah, fucking Batman, though." And they're like, "Could you?" Someone in there is like, "Please stop talking about Batman. Please stop." They all just keep talking about Batman because that's all they have to talk about.
I think that one was almost got him or something like that.
Yeah, almost got him. Yes. And it turns out Killer Croc is Batman in disguise the entire time. And Killer Croc's like, "I once hit him with a rock." Yeah, but it didn't work though. Yeah, but it was a big rock. And I'm just like, yes. And then it turns out he's Batman. I'm like, huh? Bamboozler of the century. So good. But yeah, the Two-Face arc and the Mr. Freeze are probably my favorites. There's a couple, like the Riddler is really well done there. Anything that was like it, and then of course you had the couple off episodes where Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy just go around bumming around doing things, trying to not be evil for like 5 minutes and failing miserably. Those were good episodes too. So many good episodes. What a show. Almost got him. Yeah, that was the one. Flash is giving people the business.
He's dead.
Yeah, no, this will probably go.
No, that's killing him.
Superman wins.
No, I wish I had more capsules.
No, I gotta end this off. I gotta end this off now.
I'm messing with this damn Geed riser now.
Geed.
Which is honestly my
For
first
me personally,
line.
I'd probably say my favorite is also the Freeze arc. That's the only one I can really.
Yeah,
remember.
that one. It's a lot of them kind of fade into obscurity. Like the only thing that keeps the Two-Face couplet as being relevant is or makes it so hard to remember that one is it's so perfectly archetypal of that entire it's so indicative of that entire series. It's like, oh hey, here's this. You know, it feels very organic. It feels very natural.
There are also those other like one-time villains that they made. Like I remember the Clock Dude. Anyone else?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember his name, but the Clockmaster or something like that.
Yeah, that episode was killer. Where it's like, oh, he has to find where he's at, where the bombs are planted, and all that. It felt like an actual detective episode, which I felt was superb.
The 12 o'clock train always runs 3.25 seconds late, or 3.25 minutes late. And he just walks off the building and lands directly on the train. That was a cool moment. Oh, Phantom. We forgot about that. The movie, Phantom. Or what is it called?
Mask of the Phantasm?
Yeah. I assume that's what Aru's talking about.
I think he's talking about the character, the Phantom, who's Mask of the Phantasm was good, though.
It was. One where Bruce teams up with his childhood hero.
I don't even know what. Thank you for the follow. Alright, so we talking about Mask of the Phantasm?
We started.
Oh, okay.
Now we're talking about the Phantom. Apparently a different person. I forget that episode. So.
Why you switch?
The frag left it.
Flip on my cord.
No.
Oh.
See, you can't talk shit about me yet.
Haha.
Only got it like 5 minutes.
Not yet.
But nah, Mask. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Watch Mask of the Phantasm. One of the best Batman movies. One of the best Batman movies. It's so good. Atrocitus versus Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart better win this.
Get the fuck out there.
When Bruce teams up with his childhood hero. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I know, that's one episode.
Yeah,
There's a lot of episodes of that show. How long is that?
5, 6.
And then it it kind of upgraded itself a little bit.
Oh, right, because they start doing upgraded is a strong word. They start doing digital animation instead of straight hand-drawn cells.
Beware the Grey Ghost. Nice one, Ari. That's the one. Dude look like
85 episodes.
Yeah, and then there was the New Adventures, which brought us Tim Drake, Robin, and Batgirl. One thing I didn't like about Bruce Timm's Batman was that he low key pushed Bruce Wayne and Barbara Gordon together. And I'm like, why, dude? And then in like freaking Batman Beyond, it was like, nah, they actually did it. It was very awkward. Very awkward. Don't get me started on the Killing Joke movie. That was unnecessary.
No.
Like, ugh. Adam West. Oh, so Adam West was a Grey Ghost in that
Grey Ghost,
episode?
the episode.
For real? Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
I do remember Adam West guest starring on it. I do remember hearing his voice on one of the episodes. I just couldn't remember which.
I'll tell you.
I mean,
Tell you
I like
one.
a lot of all the Justice League animation, but I think I like the one where they got trapped in the dream world, because you gotta see.
Batman was, like, honestly very well characterized in the Justice League animated series. They, like, Batman was so important in that. He's so important that they literally cloned him for Terry McGinnis. Terry McGinnis is the G to Batman, though, you know? It's weird.
Fighting magic isn't that bad, Hal.
I like to think I'm first.
I like that version of Amanda Waller.
You think too
Amanda Waller is a boss. I'm like, anything else is like, nah. What evil lurks in the hearts of men, only the shadow knows.
Man, if you ever want to watch the glory of old episodic serials, see if you can get a hold of the OG Shadow series. It is a trip. Like
Shadow?
So he's a dude. He's a vigilante for justice, and he's for justice, and he's like this. So there's this old archetype of character. This was back in like the 50s or 40s maybe, when you had. It was cool to be a scientist who was also brawny and could beat people up. So there's this dude who gets betrayed, winds up. Yeah, there was actually the Shadow movie. That's true, which is a film.
Shadow is sort of the template.
Yeah, exactly.
For
yeah, they're very much the same DNA. So it's like he has to kind of do like detective work. He has to sort of figure out. Okay, I know a dude is bad, but I need to.
I'm about
to
get
prove
killed
it.
by a yellow gun. Watch the Mantic.
What is the Mantic? Are you talking about M-A-N-T-I-S?
Oh, the Mantis.
Which is by the same people who did Hercules, The Legendary Adventures, and Xena Warrior Princess. Same studio.
Love Hercules.
I love that.
It's Mantis is
epic enchantress.
Did they do Nightman as well? I didn't know they did Nightman.
Wasn't there like a crossover episode between Adam West Batman and the Green Hornet or something like that? Was it the Green Hornet? Is his name
in like the 60s?
Yeah,
that's possible because I mean the Green Hornet was airing back then.
I feel like there
with
was
Kato, Bruce Lee was Kato.
I feel like there was. I'm not sure.
You know what? I would be interested in finding out. I'm gonna really quick look that up and then I've got to go.
Okay.
Google Foo. I'm deploying great Google Foo now.
Oh yes, there was a TV crossover. Thanks, Hikaru.
I'm just messing with my spin blade right here as I'm listening.
I
can barely partake in the DC combo.
It's all good.
No, same here. I'm with you on that one.
Still the same.
Like I said, I love Marvel more than I do DC, so it's hard for me to partake in any DC combo unless it's about a few things I might have knowledge of. But that's it.
There was indeed. Green Hornet and Kato were on the Adam West Batman show.
That's actually kind of cool. But yeah.
So, in its second season, the Green Hornet and Kato, from their own TV show, made guest appearances in 3 episodes. They first made a cameo in The Spell of Tut, appearing in the window of a building that Batman and Robin are scaling. Batman and Green Hornet appear to know each other and introduce their sidekicks to one another. Which sounds about right for Adam West. I do not remember this episode. I remember the wall scaling as a joke, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Later in the season, they appear in the 2-parter, A Piece of the Action / Batman's Satisfaction, in a team-up and square off. They are each tasked with taking down the criminal Colonel Gum.
Sounds like an ultra. That sounds like a freaking Kamen Rider, really.
Green Hornet and Kato's secret identities are also seen and interact with Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. It is also mentioned that Britt Reed and Bruce Wayne have been acquaintances and rivals since childhood.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't see how Kato would lose to Robin because it's Bruce freaking Lee.
It's Bruce Lee. It's not happening. I don't care. Like, I don't care which Robin at this point because it's not go. Like, even Damian being a complete psychopath isn't going to win.
Oh, and done.
Yo,
I've been writing
Good
some.
comeback, Clank.
I've been writing some more.
Sweet.
Yes, because for one, I got a little bit more. I got a little bit more Ranger merch or weapon merch, I can say.
Yeah,
Right.
Bort was running like, nah, he gonna kill me.
And because one, you know, when RPM stuff came in, I obviously got the blaster now, or the Gold Andre stuff, I should say, to be more specific. I got that stuff, including with the gun, and then I ordered some weapons, some Beast Morphers weapons, starting with the Spin Blade for my Lion Ranger, and the Cheetah Beast Blaster.
Nice.
Black Lightning.
So that will
Let me
be.
know how it goes, dude.
Yeah, my only thing is how I'm going to create this new Beast Morpher Ranger. That's it. That's the only thing is how I'm just going to go about creating this one. You know, that's pretty much it. Maybe say he was an early project or something, but they never really underwent it.
Yeah.
Went it or executed it fully. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
I think like that just takes some time, some brainstorming.
Yeah, but I got a selection on the Ranger lining and series that I've got each Ranger from to team up for. Starting with Beast Morphers Red, RPM Black, Pink Hyperforce, and Blue SPD.
All right.
Yeah, so that's like my main starting point so far.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how it sounds. I don't know how it sounds so far for the lineup. But yeah.
I mean, lineup sounds fine. What you can get, what you can get.
Right, and it's going to be a little bit of MMPR tie-in, not a lot, but just a little, because we're just going to include like one MMPR Ranger or a relation to it, to one of them. Because I made a granddaughter for Aisha, not Trini, So we'll see what happens then.
Yeah. I think keep it up. It's going good. It's going good. I can't wait to see his final product.
Yeah,
Echo,
like I said.
Echo.
Yeah.
Don't you dare let them do Black Lightning dirty like this. Don't
I
you
know,
dare.
bro. He's literally just rating in here, and I'm upset that
he literally is, and that's the sad part.
Well, it's either do Black Lightning dude or do John Stewart dude.
No, just think about
I don't want
now.
that either. but don't do Black Lightning dirty.
Just as a side note, John Stewart is the absolute best Green Lantern.
No, hands down. Angry Irishman need not even apply. How is he a lantern again? He's a psycho. The dude's nuts. Hal Jordan at least tried to be a decent human being. And then Parallax happened. Let's not talk about that, though. That's really unfortunate.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Black Lightning. You know what you guys remind me of when you mentioned him, Black Lightning?
What?
That one scene from, I think it was from the DC show, or DC, I forget, with the teenagers. With the teenagers.
Teen Titans.
No, not the Teen Titans one, not Teen Titans. Guys, I know Teen Titans now. League. It was League of something. Was it League of something? I forget.
League of Superheroes.
I think that was it. It was on, yeah.
Or Legion. Legion of Superheroes?
DC.
The one where they're in the future? From the future?
You talking about the
and they're
Static
like
Shock
aliens?
Wait a minute, say that again?
The one where they're like from the year 3030 or whatever, and they're all
was it that? It had kind of...
Because there's like a million of these. There's a million Justice Society
I know.
analogs.
I'm trying my hardest to think of the name right now, because people was... Oh, what's Young Justice? I think that was the name of it.
Young Justice.
Oh, with the Blue Beetle alien race.
Yeah, I think that was Connor Kent with the black Superman shirt with the red logo. I think that was Connor Kent.
Yeah, it was Connor Kent.
Yeah, because I think this is from there, but it was that one girl with that one person, and Black Lightning was like Well, no, she was like, "Go ahead, I can handle any lightning or anything electric you throw my way." And Black Lightning was like, "Yeah, but you never had Black Lightning."
Livewire. Oh, Livewire.
Yeah.
What up, Dirk? What's going on?
And I'm just like, that was a dirty pun.
Superman. Fighters approaching Fortress of Solitude.
The puns.
Good old puns.
Yeah, I don't watch Injustice, so I don't know about it too much. Right there. Everyone
he was
hyped
supposed
it so
to.
much.
First season was good. Second season was all over the place. I don't care enough to like look at the third season.
I don't
There's
know.
a third season of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the third season of it, yeah.
I had
Everyone was
no
hyping
idea.
People got excited for the third season.
Yeah, everyone was just hyping up Young Justice, and I'm just like,
like season one was.
I don't know.
It just went all over the place.
Amazing because season one, you're just getting to know all the characters.
Yeah, it was streamlined. It's like, okay, it's basically their new Teen Titans. Basically that.
Right.
And the mentors are around this time, so it's not like 90s anime aesthetic, Robin and the gang running around on these goofy adventures. Teen Titans.
I feel it.
Hey, Teen Titans is good.
I didn't say
Nobody's saying that it's bad. If someone is, I'll be first in line to beat on them.
Unless we're talking about Go.
Go is a completely different show.
I believe you'll find that there is no such thing as Teen Titans Go.
No. I'm going to die on this hill and defend Teen Titans Go.
What?
All right, you're gonna die on that
hill. Yeah,
I'm
gonna die on this hill.
But Echo, we don't wish you ill.
Because it's not necessarily a bad show, but it's not the show that y'all want. It's a comedic take through the eyes of the Teen Titans, where they just parody and homage a lot of things in the superhero genre. Those episodes are pretty good. Then there's the random comedic slice of life episodes for kids, and I'm just like, it's whatever. They're take it or leave it, but they have some decent episodes. The movie's good too.
We get that. We get what they did with. We understand it and get what they did with this, but that does not mean that we all have to like it.
I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm just saying the amount of hate that show gets is from people who haven't even remotely given it a chance, but just go, oh, it's not the same way that I remember it, because it's not the same show. Same characters, not the same show. That's like getting mad at Young Justice for not being the OG Teen Titans or Justice League.
Yeah, but
same
why was Young
show.
Justice not Teen Titans? I don't understand. Why couldn't the thing named something different be something exactly the same as something else?
Exactly.
See, I don't understand this.
That
seems like calculus. Okay, 10 more minutes and then I'm gone for real, I swear. It's actually, it's an engaging conversation, I can't.
Not only that, but some people is not appreciating where Cartoon Network is going with the cartoon now these days.
It's just alright. Shows for kids. Let's give the kids something to watch. When you watch stuff like Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go,
we were kids, and we got to watch. We got Gargoyles and Teen Titans.
But things are different now compared to how they were before.
And you want to know why? Because we don't have good animation shows like Gargoyles, Teen Titans.
Well,
Batman the Animated Series.
Well, if we did, they get canceled early.
Or MacGyver. We don't have MacGyver. And no, there wasn't a remake of MacGyver. That would be a lie. If you think there was, you lived in a different universe. It didn't happen. MacGyver is important, and here's why. Because he is a protagonist with a moral compass, a distinct moral code. Watch, say, the modern remake of Hawaii 5-0. You have dudes going ham, busting down people's doors and shooting at people. And I'm like, these are the heroes? They keep bitching at each other in cars. I'm like, nah, MacGyver wouldn't bother with this. He'd be like, no, guns are bad, okay?
Yeah, but basically...
Guns kill people.
Bragg has opinions about MacGyver.
I have strong opinions about MacGyver.
People just oh, this isn't the show I grew up with. No shit, it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, it is. Everything's supposed to be a recursive iteration of everything that's already come before. Didn't you know that we're supposed to adhere to there's nothing original in the world and like it?
Look,
Like,
I'll be happy.
because some of the episodes are actually really funny. Some of the episodes are actually really good. I get a chuckle.
And
out
that's
of it.
understandable. Yeah, that's understandable, but it's just like it's just given like the recent generation now and how they just decide to change everything and make it a lot more soft tuned. It's like it doesn't really have that same
that depends on what you look for. The ones that are marketed are the ones that have that certain appeal, which gives them money. So you'll see a lot more of those, which is like SpongeBob. Unfortunately, is still on the air.
Unfortunately, and that's something I should say. Like that should have been over. Honestly, what was the purpose of keeping it at this point?
Because it makes money.
I mean, but SpongeBob always makes money.
And because it makes money, it's going to be a corpse of what it was for the episodes that you liked. Very rarely will you see the twinkle of something good there. Very rarely.
Even I don't doubt the whole money thing, but there were still lots of other projects that still made a decent amount of money, but they still canceled it.
Young Justice toy sales were bad, despite the fact that season 1 was decent, and season 2 was just all over the place. People still liked it, but toy sales. That's also a thing.
Of course.
Please end this streak so I can go to bed, please.
But I'm not too sure. That's gonna say like
this is technically a Batman discussion that got derailed. I'm sorry.
We talked about favorite Batman iterations, least favorite Batman iteration, and why.
Christopher Nolan's Batman.
I can say the same on that one.
Ooh, all right.
Because it's too grounded in reality to the point where you're just like, who cares? Like,
I also didn't really like any of them.
Like, it's just okay. And then there's like, I like Ben Affleck's Batman for some weird reason. The movie he was in was kind of bad though.
I will not begrudge you that. I will not begrudge you that.
It's not. Oh, I won't say it's not kind of bad. It's just.
I'm just iffy on Ben Affleck.
So Batman. I find it interesting no one mentioned Clooney Batman, but I'm not going to say that's a judgment call on anyone because those movies were actually fun. I don't care what anyone says. They're dumb. They're bad. But
I don't hate on George Clooney's Batman. It's hilarious and stupid.
For me, it's and it will be a comics example. Is the All-Star Batman and Robin Batman? That for me is much more a problem with Frank Miller. With me,
don't get me started with Frank Miller.
I am not a Frank Miller fan. Like there is stuff he's done that is good. Like RoboCop, the RoboCop comic is great. Ronin is great. I'm not so much a fan of Sin City, but some of Sin City is great. But like when he starts, whenever he's doing stuff, particularly All-Star Batman and Robin, it's just like, oh yeah, because what I really want is Wonder Woman walking down a street shouting, "Oh, get away from me, sperm bank." You know, all I really want from Batman is, you know, him to be incredibly abusive towards Robin, who is a psychopath because Batman has made him a psychopath.
Hey,
because he's trained him too well. You know, and so it's like, oh, it's where that whole, you know, are you retarded? Are you dead? I'm the goddamn Batman comes from. Also, a scene where Robin shanks Green Lantern, and Batman has to perform a tracheotomy on him using a yellow pen, I believe, if memory serves.
Huh.
It's been a while since I read it, and not planning on doing it again anytime soon.
Well, you asked Blaze to end your streak.
You did. You want to run back, but I have to.
I would like a run back, but I understand if y'all have to leave.
Sadly, work in the morning. I watched his last fight then.
I also start working in the morning now. There.
It's just.
I mean, I can still stay up a couple of hours.
It's just one of those things, man. Like, Batman has a lot of kids that he adopted.
It's almost it's almost pathological. Yeah.
One of my favorite people on TikTok. I know what I just said. Just hear me out. Hear me out. The Panda Red makes a joke of it. Whereas anytime he sees a kid who's super cool or does something out of the ordinary, Bruce is like, Alfred, call the guy. He's like, what? We gotta adopt more kids. So you call the guy. Oh. Guess we call the guy.
Yes, Master Bruce, I'm calling the guy right now.
It was hilarious. Like, one time he's talking to Spidey, and he's like, so, you're an orphan now? Well, kind of. My parents are dead. He's like, oh, okay.
Sounds like an orphan to me.
So that little spider thing you do, you got super strength, you can stick the walls, and you're smart, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I could do this. But
how do you feel about a change in costume?
He's like, but I'm my own hero and everything. Like, oh, yeah, cool. No, we'll work with that. Alfred, call the guy. It's like, and then there's like one where like him and Oliver Queen see this one Russian kid. Like, it's a video of this Russian kid doing like these boxing exercises. And he's just going off, and then him and Oliver Queen are going at it like, nah, Queen, I swear to God, don't do it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Like, that's why I was like, yo, Frank, I think I found another alternate dimension user. Like,
oh,
you guys got the same opinion. Hilarious.
Do we need more alternate dimension frags, though?
I mean, we have ours.
Not that anything's wrong with you, Frag. I'm just saying.
Listen, eventually, law of averages dictates I'll have an actual evil twin who is not lazy enough to who is unlazy enough to get off his ass and do something villainous. This is what we need to worry about alternate dimension versions of ourselves. Eventually, one of them's not going to be a bum, and they're just going to be like, nah, I am going to do something vile. So a couple of years back, there was this. This is very much on the topic here, I swear. A couple of years back, there was a Black Panthers documentary about the Black Panther movement. How did it start? How did it fall apart? Infighting. Infighting is why it fell apart.
Yes.
And so there's a couple scenes where they're doing a march on, an organization is doing a march to make their opinions heard and demonstrate. And there's a guy there, not featured closely, but he's in the crowd. And, a brief little gap opens up around him, and you can see him very briefly. He's not the center of attention, but, the flow of people kind of... he's highlit, he's silhouetted, and he looks uncannily like me. And I'm like, okay, that's real cool, but I would have been like single-digit ages at that point in time. But that's me. Those are my glasses. I'm looking at them right now. And I'm like, this is really making me uncomfortable. So are you telling me that I build a time machine in the next couple of years? Do I gain access to chrono displacement technology? And why am I back in a Black Panther movement other than to show up in this brief bit of footage? But I'm just like, I feel real uncomfortable looking at this.
Brief bit of footage. So my future self will watch this documentary, realize that I am somehow in the past, and thus be motivated enough to build a time machine to make this an actuality.
See, the thing is, though, that motivation thing is slow in coming. I'm sitting here, I'm just like, someone's obviously going to drop one in my lap, because I'm not going to learn quantum theory. I'm a bum. I'm not doing that. I'm lazy. Somebody give me a time machine and we'll talk. So I'm like, but that's not going to make your destiny manifest, my guy. And I'm like, you're right. It's not. That is a thorn in the plan. I see.
Well, now that we know you have multiple alternate dimensions of yourself, Alfred, call the guy.
Alfred, call the guy. Oh no, one of them's an orphan.
Please pick.
Aquaman.
Thank you.
Fighters approaching the
Please.
barricade.
Oh my gosh, please didn't pick. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Well, that's the thing. If there's like an infinite multiverse of infinite possibilities, then all of us are Batman in one universe.
This is also true.
I would totally be down for that, but at the same time, I don't like Batman.
Where's the trigger?
I'm pretty sure that's the entire theme of Into the Spider-Verse. Really, is we are all Spider-Man somewhere.
This man Batman was like, oh my goodness.
Sometimes we just have to be called Peter Parker.
This man tried to adopt Barry Allen. I was like, what?
He didn't. I remember that.
Like Barry, come on, dude.
I remember meet the version of myself that's Iron Man version, but yeah, I'll take that.
So long as he's not like the evil Soviet one, that would be weak.
Don't worry. He's
He's kind of a dick.
Green Arrow, man.
Ooh.
Well, no. Here's another infinite possibility. There's an infinite possibility that one of yours is Batman, but there's an infinite number of yous that are Batman, and an infinite number of yous that are Batman are also the evil Russian version.
This is also true. You are correct.
Infinity is a great concept.
It really makes narratives a bitch. Is what it does. This is why time travel plots and interdimensional plots and crossovers are always such a complicated mess. Because it's like, well, really, there's a problem. There's in fact an entire universe where every single atom of matter is an anti-Batman you. Because infinity's a bitch. It's like it is a harsh mistress.
And you know what's sadder? There's an infinite number of universes where there's an infinite number of us doing this exact same thing.
Yeah, it means that there really is nothing original.
But that also means we could be very jerkish about it and have like the worst opinions possible.
Yeah, we could be like that guy on that early episode of
Oh, not Squall's podcast. I do hope that comes back. That would be nice.
Oh no, it was. It has been good since, but
yeah, I hope he comes back.
That was a
Superman.
Part of it was that it was out of context, but part of it was just like those are some spicy takes.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wrong. But he's definitely not right.
Spicy immutable.
I haven't seen anyone play as the Blue Beetle yet. Do it before I leave. Now.
Alright, I will play as Blue Beetle.
I make the demands here.
I will play as the Blue Beetle.
Like a live action version of Blue Beetle, or
wants a character. Okay, I don't remember.
I want the crossover between Jaime Reyes and Miles Morales.
I'm about to say, if we had a live action, the only live action I can go off of was just Smallville. That was it.
Oh god, remember Batman the Brave and the Bold? Now that I think about it.
Brave and the Bold was good.
I liked it up until the last season. I was like, what are we doing here?
That was alright.
Wait, how many seasons were there?
Like 3 or 4, I think.
Oh, I've only seen like 2. I didn't know there were that many. Never mind. I don't know nothing.
I think it was 3.
Because I like these 2 seasons I saw. I thought were pretty good. I didn't know there were.
It had that old school aesthetic.
You want to know? Okay, you want to know like 1 or 2 of my favorite scenes from that show? Actually,
3 seasons. Just to compare, 3 seasons.
I am watching it.
Okay.
Thanks for adding more onto my massive, infinitely regressing
I didn't say I had to watch it, dude.
You did.
Okay,
this is
so
also
I have like
true.
1 or 2. One where he finally met the man who killed his parents, and then the dude tried to run. Yep, and then the dude tried to run towards the other villains, and it was like, wait, we have you to think for Batman? Okay, I say we rush this dude right now. Like everyone just starts jumping on him. And then 2, one of the minions was looking around, and then one walks in and sees Batman, and they just stare at each other. And his friend's like, "Did you see anybody?" Nope. Close the door.
Oh,
but
Batman,
I'm going
serious.
home.
Yeah, he got the black eye for Batman. He's like, I don't want no smoke, bro.
I don't want the smoke. I'm gone. I want to go home.
Either. It's Batman.
I want to go home.
Batman doesn't kill, but he'll break every bone in your goddamn body and won't pay for your bills.
He will mess you up if he has to.
Despite the fact he's a billionaire.
They will be considerable bills at that, considering the American Medical Institution.
But then again, that would be very... If he actually did bother paying for all those criminal bills, it's like, why is Bruce Wayne paying for all this?
This is a good question. He would also run out of money hell of a quick. He would no longer be a billionaire.
He would. That's also true.
Beat up. It's just like... Oh, so
I mean,
Bill.
That actually is a good question. Is okay. So we've got Arkham Asylum, and there's a bunch of people like, say, Clayface, who have to be treated in very special ways, and people are actively searching for cures for some of these people's, let's call them conditions. Who's funding all that?
Bruce.
Who is? Is it all Bruce? Really?
Bruce is funding all of it.
That's canon. That's not being funny. That is the thing.
Last time I checked, it was him funding.
Okay, very good. That seems like the sort of altruistic
I
thing
would
he would
imagine
attempt to
like
do.
through some
Alright,
like
Blaze,
black,
let's just be
black
the
channel,
last
like
one.
not officially funding it, but
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Wayne
Wayne
Industries.
Industries or a shell company thereof, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, you guys, I'm heading off.
Alright, Blaze, let's
Alright,
make this,
see you
let's
later,
make this a
Silva.
good one.
Nice talking to you guys again, and
somebody
Always
picked Blue
nice.
Beetle.
Pick the Beetle.
And like I said, I'm gonna make my mention the bench kid and major. So hopefully next time we do this, I'm gonna be somewhere or
at least,
caught
you don't
up.
have to binge it by next week, but at least before the end of the series, which is actually coming up.
Yeah,
This is-
like I
This
know I
is
don't
going to
have
be like
to
45 eps, I think.
Yeah.
probably that would be my guess.
Right, but like
We're
I know I
on
don't have to be, but
37.
I still want to be decently caught up or at a decent pace compared to where I'm at, because I know I'm still in like episode maybe 7, maybe 9. I don't know. I have to relook. Because last one I remember, Kid May Green was going through like some type of contest with one of her old friends. So I
that's
have
like
to see-
17.
Oh, you're way below.
Oh, that's 17. That's okay. Okay.
That's way behind.
It was the one. It was the one where you have to finish off like every phrase and whatnot. I believe.
the Karuta. There we go.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I'm above. Okay, so I'm above 7 and I thought I was way back, but shoot, if I'm on 17, then okay, I can do this then. Well, I'll see. But it was nice talking to you guys always. I'll keep you updated if I ever do get the Taiga Tri-Stream Blade. Hopefully I get that someday. But yeah, we'll see.
That'd be pretty neat.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Adios, me go.
Silver out.
It wasn't 17.
Let's make this the last one. Sorry, Kazong, if you're watching. I know I wanted to just talk Batman for the homie, but like a lot of off topics. That's cool.
Hey,
though.
we talked
That's
some
cool,
Batman.
though.
I mean, if Kuzon wants to talk Batman, he should just join the back.
Blaze straight
he
left
wasn't.
mid. Oh my God, Blaze!
Blaze, why would you do this?
Damn it, Blaze!
Blaze, all that needed to happen was you get bullied by Echo while he plays the Blue Beetle, and we would have been fine.
Yeah, we need
But
to
now,
find the Blue
Blaze,
Beetle before we
now I'm
officially
gonna
end.
have to fight you 1v1 in Gundam Versus.
I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know. I see what everybody leaving. I thought, that was good.
One
Round of
person.
applause for Blaze.
God.
Round of applause.
I don't know who's slow clapping, but that's exactly correct. Thanks, Blaze, for ruining everything. Man, hell with this.
Listen, guys.
Everybody was leaving, man.
God damn it, Blaze. Just go to bed, Blaze.
Listen, if y'all want to hear a topic on regular, if y'all want to hear a topic that y'all want, if there's a topic y'all want to talk about, let me know.
Put in the Discord.
In the Discord, let me know.
There's an entire topic called podcast topics.
Yes.
An entire little section there. You have ideas, put it in.
Maybe next time we'll. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're fine.
Next time
We can be a short
next time
episode. That's fine.
we'll have a longer episode next time. But now,
we can try to get everything.
We've had a
set up.
lot of long episodes, so
Yeah. I'll try to keep things more.
And next week is a free day weekend, so we can just stay up for as long as we
Well,
want.
for you guys it is. I gotta work.
Oh,
I gotta see my mind too. I don't know yet.
So just
it is for me.
we'll try to do
Sorry.
better. We'll try to keep it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's New Year. Things happen. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I get that feeling. I know that feeling.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid the homie Aru, and
Yo.
this should be fun. Catch y'all next episode.
Yep.
Deuces.
See y'all next week.